Hello. Today I'll be interviewing Mulata from the book Someone Named Eva. Come on out, Mulata. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, starting off, will you describe your relationship with your friend Teresi?
She was like a little sister, well, not a little sister because we were the same age, but she was like a sister that I never really had. And so she got to, even though I loved stargazing and looking at the stars, she hated it but still put up with it for me.
True friend. So, describe to us a little bit about your birthday party, because I know that you weren't expecting this much of an extravagant as it was. So,
Well, I wasn't expecting much because of the war going on, and I didn't expect to have a cake, much less receiving a telescope from my parents. So it was a big surprise, and yeah.
who all attended it?
My parents, my grandmother, my siblings, and some of my closest friends. And even though I had some of my closest friends there, we did invite one girl. I can't remember her name because it's been so long since I've seen her, but she wasn't the nicest to us, but I still invited her.
So, what was it like when the Nazis came into your house that one night?
All I really remember from that night is seeing my parents being torn apart and my brother and my dad going off one way and my mom, my grandmother, and my little sister and I going off another way, and my grandmother giving me a pin and to always remember who I am.
Where do you have that? Do you still have that pin, or what would you do with it when you first got it?
When I first got the pin, I would hide it from anybody and everybody because I didn't want it to be taken away, and I still have it today.
When you first got into the gymnasium, when they took all your mother and all your neighbors and stuff, what was that like? What was going on?
Basically, all I remember is being taken, or having all of our stuff taken away and just staying with my mom, and it was just being really chaotic the whole entire time.
When you got there, what did they take a certain group of people, and what did they do?
I remember them only taking people with blonde hair and blue eyes and measuring our faces and our hair length and our noses, and we had to undress, and it was just really uncomfortable and really tense.
What would they do? What did they do the next day to all the people they took into the room with the blonde hair and blue eyes?
They sent us to a training camp to learn or how to become German citizens, basically.
When you were at that camp, what was it like at first, and what would they train you to do, and what happened?
At first, everybody was really scared, but then some people started to get the hang of it and started to really forget who they were at first, and we changed our names, and my name to become German was Ava. Also, they made sure that we learned how to speak German and forgot everything about being Czechoslovakian, and I even sometimes forgot how to speak Czechoslovakian and only know how to speak German, and it was just really weird and really hard.
What happened after you were complete with the training camp after a few years?
Well, after the training camp, I remember our instructor coming up to me and saying that I had been adopted by another German family and being taken away, and learning that I had a new sister and a new brother, and yeah.
So when you got there, what was it like? Was it different from your old life, and how did the family treat you?
Well, they had no clue about my past. They just thought that the Nazis had raided my house and that I was German, and so they didn't think that I was Czechoslovakian. They just thought I was German, and they definitely had all the necessities that they needed. They had a maid, they had a butler, they had everything, and so it was a lot different from what I was used to.
So how did you end up leaving the family who adopted you?
After the war was over, Elspeth, my sister, or my adopted sister, we were cleaning up, and there was a knock at the door, and it was a lady from the International Red Cross named Marcy saying that they had found my mom and they were here to take me away. And my adoptive mother didn't really like it, but I knew that I had to go back home to my mom.
Wow. So what's your life like today? What happened to the rest of your family? Did you ever find out?
Well, my dad and my brother were shot. My grandmother died. And my sister, my younger sister, was adopted into another German family, and we still can't find her. But currently my mom and I are living in Prague with my cousin, or with my mom's cousin.
Thank you for letting me interview you today, Milada, or Eva, or Milada.